It is 1869. In a room high in a mountain temple, a young man sits perfectly still, turning the pages of an ancient scripture. He does not struggle with the text. His hand moves with the fluid grace of a master. At 23, he has reached the summit of his world. He is the most celebrated teacher in the country. Princes travel days to hear him speak, and monks twice his age bow when he passes on the stone paths. His reputation is built on near-impossible memory. He internalized the Diamond, Lotus, Avatamsaka, and Surangama Sutras, thousands of pages of complex philosophy. He synthesizes passages on demand, weaving the master's words into natural lectures. He never hesitates or consults a note. Wealthy donors pay for the privilege of his company, and audiences are moved to tears by his descriptions of compassion. In the world of intellectual debate, he has never lost. Everyone tells him he is exceptional, and he has begun to believe them. He has reached the most precarious moment for any high achiever, the day when massive public success arrives years before real understanding. In 2026, Jieun is standing in her bathroom in Seoul. She has just returned from coffee with her mother, the first afternoon in years that didn't feel like a performance. Now she is looking at her own reflection in the quiet. She sees a professional who has spent 5 years mastering her industry. Her fluency in editing software and her eye for a perfect camera angle are the modern equivalents of the monks' memorized scripture. She has the trophies on her shelf and the solid reputation among her colleagues. By every metric her world uses to define a successful young woman, she has already won. But the reflection is forcing her to confront a question she has managed to ignore through 5 years of hard work. She is realizing that collecting technical skills and professional praise is a hollow pursuit if she cannot explain why any of it matters. Knowing how to do the work is not the same as understanding the life she is building with it. Back in the mountain temple, the young master returns to his room after a long session. He sits on his cushion to study a new commentary, but he does not open it. He sits in the stillness. Outside, the chanting of other monks drifts through the walls. Inside, he watches the afternoon light move inch by inch across the wooden floor. An uninvited thought enters his mind. He realizes that every word he spoke today belonged to masters who died centuries ago. Not a single insight originated within himself. He functions as a perfect relay. He takes in the brilliance of the texts and passes it to the crowd, without ever stopping to let those truths change his own heart. The words remain dry on his mind. He can describe the heat of a fire so well the audience feels warm, but he himself is shivering in the dark. He walks to the window and looks at the monks in the courtyard. They look at him with reverence, but he feels like a fraud standing in a theater set. This realization is far more jarring than a public failure. It is the sudden, terrifying knowledge that his entire identity is built on a foundation of air. He has no one to talk to. To admit this doubt would be to dismantle the faith of his students and the pride of his temple. He has to keep the mask on and continue the performance. But a new question has taken root. Has he ever, even once, truly understood anything he has said? To find the answer, he would have to trade the safety of the temple and the love of the crowd for the possibility of finding a single truth that belongs to him alone. He would have to risk becoming a nobody. He will carry this question in secret for 12 years. He does not know it yet, but it is a weight that will eventually lead him into a storm that changes everything. True wisdom cannot be found while you are still clutching the rewards of your reputation. It requires the courage to walk away from everything you've built, to see what remains when the applause stops. In her apartment, Jieun turns away from the mirror. She recognizes the same emptiness the young master felt. Her collection of skills and her resume are just another set of scripture she has memorized but not yet lived. She stops thinking about how to move faster. Instead, she starts wondering where she is actually trying to go. She opens a blank document.
She begins to type out the questions she has been too afraid to ask, the ones that don't have easy answers or professional payoffs. This list is not a solution, but a beginning. Like the young master a century ago, she is starting to carry the weight of a question that will eventually reshape her entire world. The path to understanding doesn't start with a new skill or a better job. It starts with the quiet courage to light the lamp of a single, honest question in the dark.